I wouldn't like Lulu here because the wild growth serves no engage purpose because they're ostensibly not going to have engage. And it's kind of a poor man's karma in every other way. So moving to the Braum, because you see Tahm Kench, you can take a melee support. So Tarek was a potential. They went for the Braum and okay, early game when it comes to the top lane tank. They're going to go for the Gragas. Gragas Rumble's the matchup we're going to see.
Okay, so this is the first time that Smeb has played the Gragas in top. Huni was, I think, the first one to bring it out here in the LCK. They lock it in, and now...
There's a lot of squishies there, Achilles.
Coma patting Faker on the shoulder, and they go ahead, they lock it in. We got pawns in game 2. Now we get Fakers in game 3. Zed returning to the Rift yet again.
It's going to be exhausted. You'd have to imagine the summoner spell for Pawn in the mid lane. A lot of great targets open here for Faker, looking to walk the game with last pick Zed like KT.
Yep. I think Smeb might have seen that bot, didn't go for that play.
Although Faker's collapsing here.
There's 3 here. Smeb already going down. Big body slam does connect. Pawn gonna have to flash over the wall.
They want to fight. Mana's walked all the way from bot lane.
Blank has it. They are still collapsing. Smeb gonna go for it. Gets a body slam in on the Blank. He's going low. Score comes up with the first blood. Now Huni in a bad spot. Flashes away from that big shot.
Mana want this. He really wants it.
Lands the Q. The exhaust comes down a slow from the barrel, and that's gonna be concussive blows. That's gonna be
exploited by KT.
Yeah. We've only seen him twice this year, so we haven't even gotten much of a gauge on how much he's improved. Huni, though, in a bad spot, gets knocked back by the explosive cast. Huni, he's trying to get this.
I don't know about that flash.
Control ward, flash forward. They knock him back in towards score.
Not dead yet.
Should be able to close this up. That's going to be Deathmark coming through from Faker, but he takes too much damage. Deathmark pop will still come up with a kill. Faker makes it out alive. But they lose 2 members for it. Abyssal Voyage comes through from Bang & Wolf.
Mata
arriving just on the back end of the fight. Mata does roam up by himself. That gives him alone time. Over to Deft. Smeb goes forward. Still has the ultimate. If he wants to try to pop Bang in, looks like he's going to think better of it.
It's not the old ultimate anymore, though. The reliability is a lot harder.
There we go. Still finds it. Bang has the flash. Holds on to it.
Desperately, SKT want to break a top lane or a bot lane because then they can start the 1-3-1. I don't know about the flash here from Huni.
Yeah. Very bizarrely played.
Reminds me of trying to flash something like a Fizz Q and lose the damage, but didn't happen in that particular interaction. Damage did still register.
Yeah, meanwhile, down bot. Deft going low. Figure gets locked up by the concussive blows. Mata has to flash away. He'll come down from Deft. Yep, score is here, and he's very strong. Blank gets locked up. Devour comes through from Wolf. Can they make it out alive? Slow comes through. They might just have to sacrifice the Tahm Kench. And it looks like that might just be the play here. Wolf doing his damnedest, but just nowhere to go. Score still fiercely
a lot of burst.
Pushing into the face of Faker. He's got 2 levels on him, but he still just is not afraid. Curtain Call turned down. On to Pawn, gets locked up by the Deadly Flourish. Curtain Call's here. Pawn jukes out 1. Can he juke out? It's going to be a bit of a party. This Voyage coming through. Pawn getting exhausted, already down below half HP. Smeb does finish channeling this one. Going to slow up Blank. Wolf tanking up the turret. Glacial Fissure comes through to lock him in. He will die. Smeb trying to chase down onto the Rengar to get a little bit more. Now with Death coming on the sidelines, flashes in for the volley to slow up onto Blank. Cast comes through. It's not enough damage to finish him off yet. Now
there's going to be a turnaround
from Huni. This could be a big fight for SKT. Death getting hit in the backside by the Curtain Call. 4th shot.
They draw the teleport here as they're looking for the turret dive. They try and make something happen. But remember that Graves has no way to get there. He's just walking to blue buff. He doesn't even have an inkling of coming to bot. And everyone from SKT can rotate bottom. Huni decides. He waits for the call. Is this going to be something we can fight? When they see Def flash in, you'll notice the moment Def flashes in, that's when Rumble gets the call to teleport down bot, because suddenly it's frontline Ashe, and this is a fight you can turn around. So this is really good decision. Poke's still a happy spot for KT.
Oh, score. The sidelines, Deathmark comes through. They pop up Faker. They will find the kill, but the Deathmark will finish off score in the end, a 1-for-1.
There's a lot of gold on the Faker. They don't have a lot of wave clear outside of him as well.
That's going to be the equalizer thrown down in desperation. Mata gets rooted up, taking a couple short shots, but overall looks like he may just be okay. Now the Curtain Call comes through. He's going to be the target as well as Deft. It's going to be Smeb and Pawn trying to take this up. Pawn goes back in, really greedy, really aggressive. The bouncing grenade comes through, chunking them all down so very much. Bang, flashing forward, can't get the last shot. The Deadly Flourish won't connect. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, a double kill comes in for Huni. Won't be able to make it a triple quite yet, as it looks like Smeb will make it out with his life, but Pawn, not as much can be said for him, getting collapsed on by several members. Does he just go for the play?
That just like the level 1 play, this ended up being necessitated from Pawn. So we tracked the fight, score is dead, but really nice turnaround to Zed. That 0.5 second lack of snapback means that Zed is actually killed before he can snap back, but consider what happens at the start of this fight. Chunked out, they're kiting back into a narrow corridor, no way to get onto Bang when he opens up, and if he's allowed to fire, this is a one fight for SK. This is multiple kills. Pawn, just like at level 1, goes in, because otherwise Deft and Mada kiting back are gonna die for sure. They don't have cooldown.
Forward, Faker pops the Youmu's on the side.
Minions are in a really good spot in top and bot lane, all gonna be pushing in.
Equalizer comes down, Mada getting chunked out, Faker goes in, Smeb's gonna body slam him. Trying to delay him a bit, but he goes into the backside with Mada, but he just gets absolutely destroyed. Score comes up with a kill, but now SKT, they are firing back. Curtain call in onto the Graves. A couple more shots will take him out. They took for that tier 2 turret. Now though, fight breaking out in the mid lane. Deft getting jumped on, going down, but the look at things. Deathmark comes through. Can they finish him off? He's exhausted and he will fall. That's gonna be Bang coming up with the kill.
Backline.
Double kill. And here comes Faker. Comes up with one, but he pays for that one with his life as Pawn will barely slink out of this one. But yet again, KT just losing these fights to SK Telecom. Pawn finds an answering kill with a big shock blast onto Wolf.
Calling an award.
But it's a 2 for 4 in
Bang.
favor of SKT. Do they go for this?
Yep.
Oh. All right.
Remember, Deft doesn't have summoners, so he's going to die eventually. He's trying to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah,
was always going to die.
Huni
comes in from the Raptors, and the equalizer is perfection, just like some of Smeb's equalizers previously. Runs in, kills Score, basically solo kills Pawn as well, and the backline doesn't end up being as landslide a victory as you might expect from SKT, but Huni answering the critics, including myself.
Half HP, they have to get in here. Blank maybe coming up the steal. He's not able to find it. Score gets it, but can they get kills on the backside of this? Redemption coming down, keeping KT alive as best as they possibly can, but Faker already takes out Deft. They already get rid of Mada, the first 2 to die. Yet again in this fight, Pawn goes down. Score trying to exit on the backside, takes the blast cone.
These teams struggle to play in narrow areas. It's still a rumble, this time on the side of SKT. Good smite from KT, but all they really succeed in doing is taking the Baron off the map. They don't actually get to keep many of the buffs. They pass over more gold.
You see just how quickly those do go down.
It needs to be a trade up though. If they trade evenly, then Zed is going to have a field day. So they need to brute force, and it's on SKT to try and hold.
Shock blast only connects on the Wolf. Mada's already very close to dead.
Damage.
Throughout the redemption, Ash Arrow comes through.
Can
They
they get
find
a
Wolf,
pick?
body slam forward. The cast comes through, but it just knocks them away. They can't get on the Bang. He's going to open up the curtain call. Big equalizer thrown down. Mada, he's going to be the first one to fall yet again. Heal coming out of Deft, trying to keep them alive. Give them that little burst of
recall.
Speed. But that's going to be Faker just splitting in the bottom lane. And SKT, all they have to do is
Keep
just delay
chasing.
the recalls. It's going to be a body slam back forward from Smeb. Pawn going low. Tries to get onto Blank, but just can't come up with the kill. Bang, finds that one. Finally suffers his first death, but now Score starting to turn things around. Comes up with a double kill. Going to be looking for Huni. Doesn't have the GA quite yet over here.
Meanwhile,
can't do anything, but Faker is now splitting in onto the Nexus turret. Score comes up with the triple kill at the end, but Faker is just... But Huni does have the teleport.
I think they're going to rush it again. They have to.
Yeah, Huni goes in for the recall. The Baron's going low. There's just no way for them to get in there. So Baron does go over to KT, but they need to minimize the losses. They need to make it out of here with their lives. Equalizer is back up for Huni. Where does he want to toss it out? They're all in a choke point. There it is. Perfectly laid down on top of everybody, but Blank already falls. Deft gets jumped on. Faker comes up with the kill. They follow over the wall, looking for Smeb, looking for Score. Should be able to take him out. There's no GA available for the Gragas. Fourth and final shot would kill. They don't find it. He's going to body slam back. Score manages to recall, so KT loses their bottom lane yet again. Some super creeps working for us. Pushing forward, but can't do much to go into the front. Big equalizer thrown down yet again by Huni, chunking out the members of KT Rolster. Redemption does come through, healing them back up the full. Blank almost loses his Guardian Angel, and Huni has to go into the zone.
He's really low.
He'll comes up, Cast comes through, Faker has to jump back out, still has GA up. Now Score going low, gets Graves. That's going to be Bang, coming up with a kill. Can he find more? Smeb has his GA, Pawn goes in big, takes out the Jin. So far, a 1-for-1 exchange, but Blank is going to try to upset that. Goes back in, takes out Mada, but they answer with yet another kill. Faker goes into the back line, but he gets knocked up immediately. GA will get popped on him. See Deft coming back up from his own Guardian Angel. Blank going in, just trying to take him out. They're able to do so as Bang comes up with a killing blow. That's going to be a second one.
SKT's done it.
Mada goes down the bottom lane of KT, yet again falling. Smeb will get his Guardian Angel popped. He's surrounded by SK Telecom members. He's going to fall. Looks like Pawn will as well. Score, the only one to make it out with his life. And SK Telecom still hold on, but they have to answer these super creeps. Bang, he's going hunting. Can he find it? It's like thus far. Still evading them now. Body slam forward on a Faker, goes straight into the death mark. on top of Smep. Gets a little bit of damage now, but he's still relatively healthy on the Gragas. Mata gets popped as GA there
Bang's
to back
still
him
dead
up.
for 25.
That's gonna be Bang throwing up the curtain call, looking for some damage, but he takes a big burst from the Shock Blast. Has to peel back and cancel the rest of it immediately. So Bang gonna go ahead and peel back. Nexus already taking a little bit of damage, and Huni will get his GA popped. SKT still desperately holding on. Blank is up in 10 seconds. Can they buy enough time? Wolf has the Devour, spits out. That's going to be Bang going down. Finger going back in, trying to get on top of score. He pops the GA, but can he do enough? It looks like he will not be able to. Def firing away, but can't get it. Scores here. Can he finish it off? The answer is going to be no. That's an ace coming through from SK Telecom. It looks so good for KT, but they just cannot finish it off, and that should be SKT winning the game.
What an insane hold from SKT specifically, buying time for the respawn onto Blank. He gets back in, he runs it down mid. Minions will be coming soon. They still have to play base defense. They can't send everyone to end the game. They're going to send 2. Faker's walking up. First respawn is still 20 seconds away. It's Mata. He can buy a bit of time with exhaust. But surely this is it. Surely SKT have done it. This game has seesawed so many times, but they're going to run it. Mata's dead, and I think SKT have won a Titanic series in just the most dramatic fashion possible.
Super creep there to back him up, to tank up the turret shots. They take out both of them. The Nexus is exposed. Mata, if there was anything you could do, I'd be so damn impressed, but it's just hopeless now for KT Rolster. SK